Hi everyone and welcome to another lesson from Korean Studio. My name is Kim Gi-hwan. Now today we're going to learn how to use these two phrases 죽겠다 and 미치겠다 to emphasize the meaning of Korean adjectives. Now the phrase 죽겠다 and 미치겠다 combine the verbs 죽다 and 미치다, which mean to die and to go crazy or to be crazy, with the verb ending 겠다. And this verb ending 겠다 is mainly used in two different ways. So it can be used to talk about our intentions, but it can also be used to make suppositions, to talk about what we think is going to be true. And these phrases 죽겠다 and 미치겠다 can be used to talk about maybe not intention of dying, that's a bit of a strange phrase, but maybe our suppositions of maybe someone or something dying, or someone going crazy. So in certain contexts, these phrases can be used to indicate these meaning. However, in many situations, they are used in an entirely different way. And as mentioned already, we often use 죽겠다 and 미치겠다 to emphasize the meaning of adjectives that they're used with. And when we use 죽겠다 and 미치겠다 to emphasize the meaning of adjectives, they're very similar to so and very in English. And do remember that when we do use 죽겠다 and 미치겠다 to emphasize the meaning of adjectives, it's very informal. So definitely not a phrase that you should use in formal settings. There are times when you can use it, like, so for example, I would definitely in certain situations use it in front of my parents, close relatives who are older than me. But for example, and in a workplace, I probably wouldn't use 죽겠다 and 미치겠다 to emphasize the meaning of adjectives. So let's take a look at an example sentence first. 나 요즘 바빠서 죽겠어. I'm so busy these days. 나 요즘 바빠서 죽겠어. Now, 요즘 means these days, and 바빠서 combines the adjective 바쁘다, which means to be busy, and 아서, 어서, which can be added to verbs and adjectives, and they mean so and because in English. And lastly, we have the casual form of 죽겠다, 죽겠어. So the literal meaning of this sentence is, I think I'm going to die because I'm busy these days. But this sentence is hardly ever, almost never interpreted to mean exactly that. Now, when we add 죽겠다 after 바빠서, it's basically used to emphasize the meaning of the adjective 바쁘다, which means to be busy. So it's similar to the meaning of so and very in English. So this sentence simply means, I'm so busy these days. 나 요즘 바빠서 죽겠어. Now, we won't go into the full detail of how we add 아서 and 어서. I think we'll probably make another video on that at some point in the future. But we add 아서 if the verb or the adjective stem ends in the vowels or 아. But if the stem doesn't end in these vowels, then we add 어서. So at some point in the future, we'll make another video on how we add these structures, but also how we use these structures. Now, an important point to note is that 죽겠다 and 미치겠다 are used in exactly the same way. So in this sentence, we can substitute 죽겠어 with the casual form of 미치겠다, 미치겠어, and the meaning of the sentence would be exactly the same. So we can say, to say I'm so busy these days, we can say 나 요즘 바빠서 미치겠어. I'm so busy these days. 나 요즘 바빠서 미치겠어. So you can basically use 죽겠다 and 미치겠다 interchangeably. Now, one last point to note regarding this structure is that in speech, we often omit 서 in the structure with the adjective. So rather than saying 바빠서 죽겠어, in speech, we often omit 서 and say 나 요즘 바빠 죽겠어. So do keep that in mind. Let's take a look at a few more example sentences. 날씨가 더워서 미치겠어. The weather is so hot. 날씨가 더워서 미치겠어. 고양이가 귀여워 죽겠어. The cat is so cute. 고양이가 귀여워 죽겠어. 나 피곤해 죽겠어. I'm so tired. 나 피곤해 죽겠어. So in each sentence, we use either 죽겠다 or 미치겠다 to emphasize the meaning of the adjectives 덥다, to be hot, 귀엽다, to be cute, and 피곤하다, to be tired. And as you can see in these last two sentences, we've omitted 서 in the structure with the adjective. And as mentioned already, omitting 서 is very common in speech. Okay, so that's it for today. And in this video, we learned how to use 죽겠다 and 미치겠다 to emphasize the meaning of the adjectives that they use with. Hope that was another useful and interesting video, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye-bye.